Hello, my name is Michael Glass from Your Forex Riches, where successful traders never stop learning. This is our weekend wrap-up technical analysis report for March 13th, 2011. Before we begin our video, we have to go over our disclosures. Any symbols that you see today should not be inferred as a trading recommendation. No matter what form of investing you choose, stock, forex, futures, options, they all have a level of risk associated with them. You can lose all of your money. Any strategies we show today are for informational purposes. Future results are not guaranteed. Any investment decision is your own, solely your own responsibility. Trade at your own risk. And with that, let's pull up the charts. All right, so let's start off with the dollar. We'll start with the dollar yen. And we have been talking about this wedge that we're working in, and it was big enough to where there was a whole bunch of action going on. And now you can look at Friday's action and almost did the whole width in one day. We basically have been waiting for it to resolve one direction or the other. And now with this really big doji, I don't know really which way it wants to go. Certainly the end of the day was a push down. But I'm still going to wait for the dollar yen to resolve itself out of this wedge. Next we have the franc, dollar franc. And this one made a new low. It's interesting to see the 20 moving average. This is a 20 exponential moving average coming down here. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits of it acting as resistance. So I think you definitely could put an alert above these wicks to see if we're going to break and run to the 50 moving average. It looks like typically it does eventually get to the 50 moving average. Hasn't made its way up to the 200. Or put an alert below the wicks to see if we're going to push and make a new low. So above the wicks for a run to the 50, below the wicks to run lower. We'll go with the Canadian dollar. And this one looks very much the same. Not as much respect or acknowledgement of the 20 moving average here. And you can see in the past we did make it our way up to the 50. So I probably, even though it's way off, I probably would do the same thing. Put an alert above the wick to see if we're going to run to the 50 moving average. Put an alert below the wick to see if we're going to make a push lower. Friday's action was kind of choppy, and look at, just a big whipsaw. And remember this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, we have our FOMC rate decision, which certainly will affect all of the dollar currency pairs. Now we're going to switch over to euro. Starting with the euro dollar. And here we were waiting to see if it was going to make a new high. It has not. Basing a little bit at the 20. As we come on the inside, what do we see? We were watching to see if the 200 moving average on the hourly was going to hold, and we were watching for a break higher. We didn't get that. So once we got the bounce off the 200, we said to watch this price level, and it eventually did break down. And now it's come back up. So will this 200 moving average hold as resistance as it was once support, or are we breaking? The other thing that's interesting that those who are really watching, you can see what we broke. So actually we are seeing some bullish action back on this once we broke this downtrending action. So right now I don't see a specific trade except for watching to see if we break the 1.4 level to retest the 1.42 price level. Otherwise, I'm going to watch and see what happens with on the hourly and how it interacts with this 200 moving average. Alrighty. Whoops. Okay, the Euro Canadian, you can see this ascending wedge that we were talking about before, and right now it's kind of showing us resolving it to the downside. but the 200 is still acting as support. So I would move my alert, if you don't already have one, below 1.339 here. Matches up with these wicks, at least to test these wicks here. So that's where I would put my alert and keep my alert up here to see if we're going to break higher. Let's go to the Frank. Here we've got the downtrend line of the 200 moving average, and we've got our uptrend line that we can sort of extend out here, see what's going on. So this is another one you want to see which way this is going to resolve. We might see a nice bounce here. We might see a buying opportunity, so you could scroll down, zoom in on the hourly, and you can see another one broken below the 200 moving average, possibly to test the past swing high. We might see a good bounce here to run up to 1.3, if not the 200 moving average. So that's an aggressive one. It's not waiting for a breakout. It's playing the bounce of the support. But that's something to watch on the Euro Franc. And our last Euro is the Euro Yen. And this one is a sort of a choppiness. We wanted to see it break out. It did not. On the daily, it's pulled back to the 20 and the 50. Probably a good buy at the 50. Right now, I don't see a trade on the Euro Yen. Okay, so let's finish off with some of our currency pairs against the dollar. We'll go with the Aussie dollar. And here's another one. We were watching how this was going to resolve. It did break out. You probably could have made a couple good pips as it broke out here. But notice where the wicks came. They came right back down to this price level. So if I was playing this, I put an alert here below the wick to see if it's going to push lower. And I would keep my alert up here to see if it breaks out of this to the upside. Another one that pushed really hard below the 200, and now it's come up and actually has one of the things the other ones had was like one candle above the 200. This one has candles above the 200, came back, tested it, and continued to move on. So I would feel better about this 200 being support. So, but I will still keep my alert up here unless you want to be real aggressive and go with 1.016 for an alert. All right, New Zealand dollar. You can see we've our daily is still sitting here at the 200 moving average. The hourly, the one thing that's good is this one's the 200 acting as resistance, and we've broken above that. So there is a potential for bullishness on this one. You can see we kind of died at the 20 moving average. I'll bring this down. We're basically sitting right at it. If you want to be aggressive, I'd probably put my alert there at this 0.047 price level before I would go bullish. And I hold off right now because my bias is sideways to up on this one. The final one is the pound dollar. And this one's sort of like the euro dollar. We wanted it to resolve higher. It didn't. It's come all the way back down to the 50. Much more aggressive push below the 200 moving on the hourly. Now the 50 moving average is acting as resistance. You could have an aggressive alert right here above the close of Friday. Around 1.608, somewhere in this price level. You guys can see the actual number there. As we break above the 50 moving average with a possible run to the 200, although that's a very big move. But it does look like it's found support at the 50 on the daily, and now we just need to break the 50 on the hourly. I want to thank you for watching our video today and let you know some resources that we have for you. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We've got a great forex trading room with you. Earn while you learn. What's great about it is free trial and a discounted first month No automatic billing. You don't have to give all your financial information. Go ahead and click on the link there to find out about them. A great forex broker for you. 201 leverage, easy access to your money. And we got a great forex signal software that you can use that predicts the forex trend 8 hours in advance, so that you can do 60-second trading. And for those of you who like to check out our stock market and futures technical analysis, check us out on eMini Trading Coach. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.